How many of you watching are student athletes? If you are, do you think we should be getting paid? I'm here to tell you that student athletes should not be paid. Now, there's a lot of controversy regarding this topic. There has been, for many years now. And the main problem is that people think that college athletes should be getting paid. It has been in discussion for a long time, and still the NCAA doesn't allow this. So, this is a very serious problem because people don't realize what would actually happen if student athletes got paid. They just think, oh my gosh, the students are going to get more money, right? So now some of you watching are student athletes, and I am myself a student athlete. And after looking at various articles and many hours of research, I can strongly say that I think that college athletes shouldn't be paid. Now, with that being said, I can explain to you what can be done about this problem. Now, the solution to this problem is just to continue to not pay college athletes. And, you might think, that's really it. But, really it's why would you change something that already works? The college system is very, no one's really challenged it before. And it works. It's not perfect, but it works. So there's no reason to change it. And, the solution is effective because, like I said, college works. And if they decide to pay students, they won't know if it'll work because no one has ever done it before. So, there could be many implications. If you do, finances, you don't have enough money for different things. There's a lot of things. So, a quick example I want to provide is that California, the state of California, has actually sparked this whole discussion. And they're trying to create a new law that's called Fair Play to Play Law. And this basically allows college athletes to make money from endorsement deals. And this has been, in a discussion for quite some time now, and it still hasn't been implemented because the NCAA doesn't want it to be, and they're still fighting it. So now I'm going to explain to you why paying college athletes is a very bad thing. So first, we have to talk about college, and the most students that go to college get scholarships, and so if you add in student athletes, right? Not students, but the student athletes. The athletes are getting academics and athletics. So, these students are going to try to get the best deal that they can. And, from many different schools they may get offers from. And basically, these student athletes are going to go to school for free. Most of them, So let's say if you were to pay college athletes, this would make the students prioritize sports over academics. And, this would happen because schools would be paying more to the athletes who are more talented at their sport, which would cause less attention to their studies. And, that's a very true statement, right? So, and the most important thing to realize for student athletes is that the student part comes first. And I'm sure all the student athletes have heard that before. Just a quick example of that would be my coach, Stephen Fletcher at Rider. If your GPA is not up to the standard of the school by NCAA, he will have no problem to punish you, and, you won't be able to swim until your grades are first, and, education comes first. So, athletes play the sport they play because they love the game, Now, if you add in paying them, it could make it a burden for these students to perform, So, now that we've talked about the negatives and I've shown you why it can be a bad thing, I'm going to ask you now, how many of you agree with me? Raise your hand. I know I can't see it, but, just think to yourself, if you agree with me or not. Now, if I haven't got to you yet, I want you to just bring up one last point. Now, college athletes are college athletes. They are not professionals. That is not what college is about, right? And I'm sure if you ask anyone, and I'm sure every student has heard this before, that college is the quickest 4 years of your life, right? And we've already lost one due to COVID, which is unfortunate, but if you start paying student athletes, you're changing it into something that it's not, right? And, that's That's so important, and it's so true. Don't change college. Just enjoy the 4 years you have, right? So hopefully that last point can change your mind. So thank you so much for your time.